Hello, group number one. Welcome to today's reading. Today, we're doing what are some of the compliments and insults that people give you behind your back. Okay, so I've pulled separate cards for compliments and separate for insults. So, this is, I don't know, I just got an idea to do this reading. So, I hope you guys won't take it in a bad way. Just take it the messages in a constructive way, or even it's good to know sometimes, But anyway, and don't take everything to heart. Also use your intuition while you're watching this reading. I'm starting out with compliments, then we'll talk about the insults. Okay, so this is the card you chose, Temple. Wait, okay, I'm starting out with Tarot. This is the card that you got, the Hermit. Let's pull a couple more. We have the Fish and Thought. So I'm getting obviously Pisces energy, I'm getting Virgo energy. Some of you could have, let's say, exalted Venus, debilitated Mercury, exalted Mercury, or debilitated Venus, because these are the special placements, Virgo and Pisces, for these two particular planets. You could even have these planets sitting together, let's say Mercury and Venus conjunction. So what I'm seeing, people compliment you on your intelligence. They see that you have a level of maturity. Both the archetypes, these people on the card, are much older people, elder people. So someone with experience and wisdom. Even Pisces is the zodiac sign that's ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the planet we connect with the archetype of Guru, someone with wisdom, spiritual knowledge, or answers. Even with see a lantern with this particular card every single time, it's about seeking the truth or seeking something, seeking knowledge, having wisdom. I think people also compliment you on the fact that you could be slightly more introverted, or you're quiet, you're very reserved, you're someone who's not a person who's really into gossip or drama. So you're easygoing that way, you're mature, you have this old wise soul energy. You could also be a good person where people open up about their emotions. We see an open umbrella here with these, it's funny, almost as if the teardrops are coming out of the umbrella, right? So this is about opening up, sharing your emotions. This umbrella is also one of the symbols for Jyeshta Nakshatra. Okay, so you could be a person, you could also be a kingmaker. You're very supportive in other people's success and progress. But yeah, coming back to this card, you're protective. You're someone where people, if they share their secrets, you keep them secret. So that's something that people might like about you, the fact that you withhold the information that's secretive. Then you do have wisdom, you give good advice. You're someone where people open up their emotions. You're also more cooperating. You're the sort of person who will make a sacrifice for someone else. Okay? So you might have this tendency to sometimes put other people before you. And obviously there's something strongly here about your intellectual abilities. And when you say something, you mean it. People trust you. You could be also very honest and thoughtful. You give good critique also. People look for your validation on things. Okay, these are some of the things I'm seeing. Let's keep going. For astrology, you got 12th house. I'm not surprised because we do have Pisces energy, which I connect with the 12th house. Here we have isolation. This is Saturn in Virgo. So see, we have Virgo energy that's repeating. We have Mercury in Capricorn. Organization. Okay, so you're an organized person. Not surprised with this Virgo energy. Virgos tend to be very organized, very productive also. Person who takes care of the environment themselves. Person who looks a little polished. That's what I'm getting. So you're an organized person. You're not someone who's running late. You could also be punctual and patient. Okay, that's one more thing I'm getting. Then isolation is giving me 12th house energy. It's about a person who enjoys their own company. They don't socialize. So people might compliment your ability to be independent, spending time on your own. Especially if you have spiritual endeavors, People might also look at you as a person. Let's say if you go on retreats, if you sometimes take a week off social media, people might say, wow, how does this person do it? Because I cannot leave social media. How does this person go on all these retreats and all these like practices that you have, health and healing practices, or how you take care of your mental health? Just the way you live your life, your lifestyle, your everyday routine is something that people could compliment. And also you could be more introverted or less social. So that's also something people might like about you. How other people who are very dependent on their connections in their life, you're someone who's slightly more independent. Okay, you're self-sufficient. That's what I'm getting. And also hard worker. With Saturn in Virgo, you are detail oriented. You pay attention to the small little details. By the way, not every single message might be for you, pile number 1. Whoever's watching this, maybe some messages are for one person, some are for another. So be mindful. We have the Pilgrim. So again, more of this spiritual energy that I'm picking up. You could be someone, maybe you travel a lot or you go on solo travel. So people might feel like, wow, how does this person go by themselves? How does this person eat at a restaurant by themselves? So if you do that, that's something that people are very impressed by. We have healer of the ages. You could be some sort of a healer. Let's say if you're into tarot, astrology, if you're into Reiki or yoga, some sort of spiritual practice that you do. Your hands could also have some sort of healing power. If you're like a physical therapist or something, in some way you heal people, and that is very impressive. Okay, and if it's talking about your work, people compliment your work also. How dedicated you are, how good you are at what you do. These are some of the things I'm seeing. We have believe and succeed. This is again giving me this energy of travel. A person who's traveled, a person who's worldly, a person who's knows so many things about different cultures. You have a broad mind. You always want to get more educated and learn new things. You're curious. So there's a strong intellectual ability in this pile. Strong Mercury that I'm picking, even Jupiter. And this card is, I think, 6 of Swords, which is about a transition period. So you're someone who does well with change. You might even have foresight where you can predict change. Okay? You're good at making predictions also, I feel. So maybe some of you are psychics as well. But I don't know. I'm just getting this energy where you can foresee stuff that's coming in for you. You make changes and you're more open to changes than the average person. Here also I have Temple. Why did I keep to the side? I don't know. But Temple, again, your spiritual beliefs, your spiritual practices. You could also be someone who's more traditional or orthodox, very connected to your roots. So these are some things that people might compliment you about. Maybe spiritual people compliment you a lot. Or with Temple, it can talk about your philosophy, your principles, your beliefs. You could be a very righteous person, like I said, justice oriented, and a person who treats people fairly. Okay, so these are some of the things people might really like about your philosophy on life, the knowledge and wisdom that you share, the way you live your life. You could have like a good character, righteous person. So people compliment these things. Also your spiritual beliefs. Maybe you could be a person who doesn't impose your beliefs on others. You let them be. But you have all this like a well of wisdom. Okay, this is what I'm picking so far. Let's see for the other side. What are some of the things people might not like about you, or let's say they insult you over? Okay, it's a harsh word, but take it with a grain of salt. We have the Queen of Wands here. Okay, then we have Coffin and this haughtiness, Peacock, 8 number. It makes me think of Scorpio energy. So what I'm seeing here, first of all, a lot of people might see you as a person who's closed off. So in a positive light, people say, okay, this person's independent, self-sufficient, but they also not like the fact that you're so closed off. So they feel like they cannot get through to you. They feel like you don't share your emotions, you don't open up. But if you've been making some changes in that regard, people do appreciate you, I feel. But people feel like you don't reciprocate in certain ways. Let's say if a person comes to you, they cry in front of you, they share their family stuff, They feel resentment that you don't do the same, even though you never asked them to do it in the first place, right? So some people might feel like, why do I feel like I need this person, but this person doesn't need me? So they feel a bit of this energy where you might even come across as a proud person, or a person that is like too good, or something about just feeling like you're a little prideful and you don't share enough, you're closed off. And some people just, I feel like they don't understand you all that well. They also might feel like, okay, this person, your look, the way you present yourself, there's something there that they don't like. Either they could feel like, let's say if you're very feminine, you dress really nice, or you're very masculine, you dress really nice, but then you present yourself, there's this side of you that's very spiritual, so they feel like, why is this person so dressed up? Okay, so they might like make fun of you over weird stuff like that, where they feel like, okay, why, it's not like why cannot you indulge in makeup and self-care? If you are into spiritual stuff as well, you can be, right? So people might say some uncalled things. They might feel like you're doing certain things for attention, like you say things, maybe they don't believe you when you talk about the spiritual stuff. They feel like you're bogus, or it's like a superficial thing. They don't trust you, they don't believe you, I feel. Or there's just this energy where people feel like they don't trust you, they don't know you all that well. That's what I'm getting. Let's keep going. We have negotiation. This is Jupiter in Libra. We have originality, North Node, Rahu. So with this I'm getting definitely Rahu is strong. Even this card makes me think of Rahu. It's actually Mercury in Aquarius, but it talks about original thought, and also Rahu is connected with Aquarius. It's about inventive bend of mind. We see invention here. So this is Rahu. Whenever we see a major invention, that is think of the stuff that Einstein came up with. It was because he had a strong Rahu in his chart, and he had Rahu nakshatras, if I'm not wrong. So anyway, strong Rahu can sometimes give this impression of a person that you don't understand. There's a farce. Okay, there's this smokes and mirrors. So a lot of people feel like either you're faking all this spiritual stuff, or the way you live your life. Either they feel like you're in Hindi we say fakna, you know, like you're showing off your I don't know how would I translate that in English. Person who's like boastful, I think. Person who boasts a lot and they don't mean what they're saying. So people might not trust you. And there's a bit of suspicion that I'm picking up here. And they also feel like there's a superficial personality that you put on in public, which is not your real side. So they feel like, okay, this person's not being honest with me. Okay, some people might even find you manipulative somehow. And when it comes to your love life, I feel like you're someone who might, in your love life, maybe people don't appreciate the fact that you don't compromise a whole lot, or you're hard to budge somehow. So maybe some of your ex-partners or people who you've dated, they feel like, okay, this person doesn't compromise a whole lot, or they're too dominating. That's a very specific message that I'm getting. Might not resonate for every single person. Okay. And if you don't share your love life or whatever, then people also don't like that. They want to know, or if you share something, they somehow don't believe you. There's just this energy of people not believing you. People feel like you put on fronts, something like that. We have warrior here, and we have village. So this is again that energy of being rooted, being close to your roots. So some people feel like you're too traditional, you're too orthodox, or you're too rigid, like hard-headed. We see this diamond in the head, and obviously we see a skull. So people see you as someone who's a little overbearing, or like a disciplinarian sort of a person, or someone who doesn't compromise, dominating sort of a person. Okay. And you have this bit of this streak where people also feel like they don't want to deal with that. They don't want to negotiate with you. They don't want to have an argument with you. They just don't want to deal with that. So they might try to avoid you altogether. Some of you could have Purva Shada, Uttara Shada nakshatras also. That's the those are connected with war and this warrior energy, maybe even Kritika or Ashwini. Ardra maybe also with the diamond. But you're someone slightly stubborn. People feel like you're too stubborn. Especially maybe some of you, maybe people say like you make fun of, I'm drawn towards the rainbow. So some people might feel like you're not open and you're not accepting enough. They feel like you're too traditional. Stuff like that. Okay, I'm getting that. Here. And this came out in reverse. This is Teach. Hierophant energy. So this came out in, let me just keep it upright, but the message I got with this was maybe people feel like you don't share your knowledge enough, you hide it, you withhold it. People want to learn from you, but you withhold it. There's this energy of where you're not completely open when it comes to your personal stuff. So they feel like they don't trust you because you don't share enough. With the door to romance also makes me feel like, again, we see a heart that is closed in a cage. So people might say that you don't date. They might not. If you don't date, they talk about that. They feel like, oh, this person will never find someone, or they don't like anyone. They have too high standards, or just this energy where people talk about your love life in a negative way. And if you don't share, then they don't like that either. If you don't share, they feel like, oh, this person's too mysterious. Or if you share something, sometimes they also don't believe you. So take the message that resonates in your situation, but there's something here about love life for sure that I'm getting where people don't like that aspect. Okay, overall, don't take this message in like a negative way. I feel like it's more misunderstanding and people who don't know you too well. These are the wrong opinions that I was picking up. With the compliments, it was like a very specific energy. So I think most people might get that first impression also. So I hope this video resonated with you, pile number 1. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your feedback. And if you want to book a reading with me, all the links will be in the description. If you want to support the channel, consider subscribing first of all, and then you can also join the membership. Okay, thank you for watching, guys. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to today's reading. Today we're doing what are some of the compliments and insults that people give you behind your back. So take the message in a constructive way, even if it's negative. I don't know, it's just sometimes it's fun to know what people think of you, but yeah, just don't take it to heart. That's all I'll say. Okay, so I'll start out with the compliments. Today all the piles are very specific, which I really liked. I'm really confused. I mixed up all the cards. I think this is the compliments. Oops. These are the insults that we'll look at later. So let's start. For tarot, you got Knight of Wands. We have Letter. We have Thief. Okay, so already it's quite interesting. So what I'm picking up here is a bit of this fiery nature, obviously. Some of you could be really good looking. So this is the compliments pile, okay? Keep that in mind. So people compliment you on your looks, and if you work out on your body, especially let's say if you do work out, then people might really respect your dedication, how you keep going at it. You work very hard and you're dedicated, you take care of your health or your looks also. I feel like maybe if you put effort towards your looks, it's something that people might really like. They compliment your looks and your fiery nature. You could also come across as a very charismatic, confident sort of a person, very extroverted, very polar opposite to pile number 1, which was more of this introverted, brooding sort of a character. This is more out there, charismatic, charming, fun, confident person, dynamic person, like a leader of some sort. Communication skills are very strong with this letter. It's all about communication. Some of you could be very romantic also. The way you express yourself is very impressive. People compliment you on the way you express yourself. Some might even compliment, let's say, your voice, your speech, your communication style, your accent, the words that you use, your vocabulary, something like that. Then Thief, it gives a bit of this mysterious energy to you, like you're sneaky, you're not within the grasp. Okay, it's like people cannot own you, they cannot put a tag on you. You could also have this bad boy, bad girl sort of a energy also, where people like that. Okay, even when people, let's say, insult you sometimes, or pass like a sarcastic sort of a comment, they mean it in a nice way. So people want to be more like you. They're definitely impressed. I also feel like a lot of people could feel like you live the sort of life they want to live, but they restrict themselves, they hold themselves back, or they're scared, they have a lot of fears. You're the sort of person who's just living their life. You're very unapologetic, and you're very out there, very confident, a go-getter, someone with maybe big dreams also. You could also have like this energy of a creator, or you did get that card, creator. Where is it? Yeah, you did get this card. Someone who's the, we also have medallion. Someone who is talented. Yeah, that is the word I was looking for. Talented person. With medallion, it makes me think of Jyeshta Nakshatra, because I think one of the symbols is amulet, or it's a nakshatra that we connect with high achievers in life. So a lot of people with Jyeshta, they do really well in life. Some of you could maybe also have Magha, and in general could have a lot of fire signs. Even maybe Jupiter in the fire signs, because Jupiter is the significator for creation in general. Also could have Venus and Moon. Those are also more feminine houses that we connect with, because women and feminine energy is naturally connected with creation. Okay, so this is the energy of a person who's talented, who's creative, who is expected to be like a high achiever. So people might compliment your talents, your abilities, whatever your career is, whatever your desires and goals are, and obviously your personality and the way you talk. Also, I feel like some of the people could also feel like, wow, this person really gets to play the field, or they have so many people going after them. So they might first of all associate this tag of a player to you, whether it's right or not. If you are a player, if you, let's say, it doesn't have to be negative, like you're taking advantage of anyone. It just means maybe you have a lot of options, and you can date a lot of people that maybe don't even give those other people attention. So you're someone who can who has a lot of options, and then a person who dates really these people that a lot of people wish they could date. That's the energy I'm getting. Okay, maybe a vibrant love life also. That's what I'm getting. Like you are the sort of person who would date your own crush, whereas that's like a dream for a lot of other people. They could easily get, let's say, friend zoned or something. We have here seduction. This is Jupiter in Pisces. We have idealism. This is Sun in Aquarius. 9th house, Sagittarius energy. I think a lot of people also compliment the fact that you could come across as a very positive, fun-loving sort of a person. Like you're easy to talk to, easy to gel with, easy to spend time with. You're an easygoing sort of a person. Okay? You're living the ideal life that people want. Here also we see, because usually with Aquarius we see a this pot. You know, in Hindi it's called the Kumbh Rashi, which Kumbh means pot. So we see the pot is getting emptied. So I feel like you are someone who shares your knowledge, shares your wisdom, you connect with people. There's this social energy, there's this interactive energy, and you're a good friend. Okay, you're a person who brings blessings to other people, and you share your secrets also. This is again opposite of pile number 1. That was more withholding and secretive. You're someone, you're very generous. Even Jupiter in Pisces makes a person naturally very generous. These are the people who make donations, who help other people, who put sometimes other people before themselves. You're someone who sometimes even people might take advantage of you, I feel, maybe. But seduction, taking it back to your looks, your magnetic ability, your personality, people are definitely seduced by you. Okay, they find you very attractive. Pile number 2. Let's keep going. Here we have hostilities and storm warning. The numbers could be significant, pay attention to them. But what I'm picking up here This is actually giving me kind of this Knight of Wands energy itself. Hostilities could just tell me that a lot of people feel like they feel some sort of competition with you. You come across as very competitive, a little blunt maybe with your delivery, but definitely a person who's up for the fight, very competitive person, hard-working, overachiever. This is the vibe I'm getting with this pile. So people like that you stand up for things. This is the compliments, right? So people feel like this fierce energy coming from you, and you stand up for what you believe in, and you're a hard worker, you're a fighter. So it's in a good way it's coming out. Storm warming, so you make an impression on people. You could have Leo placements, pile number 2. Okay, Leo placements or Aquarius placements, but definitely a person who ruffles feathers. People notice you. Okay, here we have finally, this is the final card for compliments. This is the Moon card, and here we also see the Moon, and this is confront. So this is about confronting your fears. You're someone who challenges themselves, and again, the way you live your life, you're a trailblazer. So a lot of people look at you and they feel like, wow, this person really goes after things, and they think outside of the box, they push themselves. And other people tend to just stay in the box, right? They don't want to face their fears. You're someone who actively challenges yourself. So people are inspired by you for sure, and they see you as a risk taker also. Okay, that's nice. Let's look at the other side. Okay, so for tarot you got the Hierophant. Okay, I'll keep it here. Then oops, we have Cross, number 36. We have Hope. Okay, so what I'm getting, a lot of people might not like the fact that you're very optimistic about certain things. This is giving me the energy of Jupiter in Gemini, Jupiter in Virgo, or Jupiter in 3rd house, Jupiter in 6th house. So a lot of people might look at you and they feel like this, either they don't accept your knowledge, they don't accept your wisdom, and they don't see things the way you see them, so they disagree with you. So people might insult your principles, beliefs, the philosophies that you follow. Let's say if you're into, let's say, law of manifestation, law of assumption, they're like, what is this person talking about? They're just making no sense. So they might say, okay, this person's an idiot or something like that. Even though the results are there, their life is working out, but still those people don't agree. They might ridicule your thought process, your perspective on things, even let's say your religious or spiritual beliefs. Okay, if some of you are very close to your family, they might also feel like, oh, this person's like not independent enough, or they might say certain things about your family. And what am I getting here? With Hierophant, this can also be talking about commitment. So a lot of people might feel like you don't follow through with your word. When you say something, you are overzealous. You don't mean it. So some people, they don't take you seriously when it comes to your commitments and the things that you say you will do. People don't believe you. This is again opposite of pile number 1. So people feel like some of the people picking pile number 2, they might also make fun of, let's say, your educational qualifications. They might feel like, oh, this person's not educated, or this person has like this weird diploma, this weird degree, or whatever. They might downplay your educational degrees or whatever education that you have. They might ridicule that. They also feel like you're some weird or unorthodox somehow. Let's say if you're very traditional, close to your family, they might make fun of you. They might feel like, oh, this person is just I don't know, like they might find you too orthodox in certain ways, but unorthodox in the way that, let's say, you got a different sort of unique sort of education. They're like, this is just ridiculous. Why is this person doing that? Okay, this is what I'm trying to say. It's a bit confusing, but since we do have this religion theme coming out, Hierophant also makes me think of a person who's rooted, close to their roots, close to their family perhaps, or having like spiritual beliefs. So people might make fun of that as well, but at the same time, the areas where you're very progressive and you have like this different train of thought, they like, this person's idiot, like an idiot person. That's what I'm getting. They also might feel like you're too the people that you trust in, the people that you befriend, they're not good for you. So you place your trust in the wrong people. That's one more message I'm getting. Or so people might make fun of your friends group sometimes. We have drama here. These are stuck together. This is Mercury in Leo. Let's keep it here. We have birth. This is Venus in Cancer. Then we have domination. This is Mars in Sagittarius. So again, this is this energy where whatever you believe in, you defend it. See, you're someone who stands up for what you believe in. Third house is this energy of criticism, this energy of critiquing other people, fighting, competition, arguments, enemies also. So you're someone who's competitive. You also like to debate people, you argue with them, and you might create sometimes drama also. You might fight with people. You're very opinionated, I feel, pile number 2. You're very fiery, maybe impulsive also, maybe a little hot-headed. So these are the things people might not like about you. Also the fact that you're creative, or you're going, let's say you have a different sort of a career. You have a creative career, or you're like a painter or musician or whatever that you do, and it's not traditional career, right? So people might make fun of that. They might let's say they don't see the vision. They don't feel like you'll make it big or something like that. That's what I'm getting. And also you're dominating. Some people might also feel like they're a bit scared of you, especially when it comes to religious things or the things that you believe in. Let's say it's your career, it's your talents, it's your dreams. You really believe in your philosophy in life, your principles. You're very protective of that. So you will stand up for that and you'll fight people over it. That's something people, they might walk around on eggshells when it comes to that. We have the storm, we have the siren. So again, this is talking about beauty here. Storm, strong person, strong personality, bit of intimidation, scary person. And this card makes me think of a person who has a different vision for things. Ardra energy, person who's different, unique. Your self-expression is different, so they might not approve of you. Even Ardra energy is a bit of a outcast where people don't accept that person. So something about you where people don't accept you. That's what I'm getting with siren. This can talk about, let's say, if you are very good looking, people might downplay your achievements. People might say this person has pretty privilege. People might also find you manipulative. Okay, with siren. Here we have lead. This is emperor energy. And we have journey, number 2. So people might see you as a wanderer. People might see this person has not really got anything going on. And people might also find you a little bit unstable, where you just keep on changing your opinions, or I don't know, something about instability here, movement. Like you're not dependable or you're not mature. These are some of the things people might say about you. And you're always traveling. They might feel like you travel too much, or very random, but I'm getting that. Like you're always traveling. You're not, I don't know. It's like people feel like you're looking for something and you haven't found it. So you come across as this person who's like, you don't have your wits about you. So that's one thing I'm getting with leader. Again, that domination thing I'm getting here, where you're dominating. You like to lead people. You could also be a little overbearing in other people's opinion. They might also feel a bit of that, I don't know, like feeling that energy of insecurity maybe, where they feel like, oh, this person's always taking command and this person overpowers me somehow. So they could, it could be a good quality that you have, but they're just taking it in the wrong way. Okay, so yeah, take the messages with a grain of salt. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading and it resonated with you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Give me feedback. If you want to support the channel, please subscribe. Please, you can also watch the ads on my videos. That also helps with AdSense. Okay, and if you want to donate, then do it through PayPal and UPI. Don't do it through Super Thanks. That's it. If you want to book a reading, the links will be in the description. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to today's reading. Today we're doing what are some of the compliments and insults that people give you behind your back. So take it with a grain of salt. Don't take it to heart. This is meant to be like a fun reading. Just out of curiosity, I felt like doing it. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And do let me know your thoughts in the comments. So I'm starting out with the compliments on this side. And these are the insults. We'll take a look at them in a bit. Okay, we're starting with the tarot here. So you got the Empress card as a compliment. Taurus energy. You also got Whips. Number 11, which adds to 2, which is also Moon. So more feminine energy. Here we have Service. This is makes me think of Saturn, even Virgo sometimes. So some of you could, let's say, have Moon in Virgo or Moon Saturn conjunction, or maybe some connection with Venus also, or Taurus. But anyway, let's talk about the energy. A lot of people compliment your looks. Pile number 3, you're good looking. I think pile number 2 was also about good looks, but it was like a male archetype. Maybe a lot of guys picking this pile, and more of the feminine people or feminine energy for pile number 3. Okay, but Empress is definitely that energy of a person who's feminine, nurturing, kind, sweet, approachable. Pile number 2 was not approachable, so again it was more of that masculine sort of a beauty. This is more feminine beauty, someone who's approachable, someone who's sweet, someone that you look at from far away and you just expect this person will be kind and easy to talk to, easy to get along with. Okay, so this is the energy I'm getting with pile number 3 so far. You're also someone who will take care of other people. This nurturing sort of quality that I'm picking up here. With Whips, this can talk about a person who has, let's say, a set routine. You could be like a stickler for rules, or a stickler for having a particular routine, or something about your hobbies, your routine that people compliment. Let's say you have fun hobbies or very creative hobbies, you're really good at drawing, something like that. Something about hobbies, routines, repetition that I'm picking up here. You could also be a sort of person where people feel like sometimes they might get mad at you, fight with you, but they always come back because they know that you're irreplaceable. That's one more message I'm getting. Okay. Then you could be a disciplinarian, strict sort of a person. Maybe you're punctual and you try to make others better. You like push them to develop good habits. You might also, let's say, critique people over their bad habits. So you have a good influence on people. You want people to get better. Okay, that's another message I was getting. But overall, feminine sort of a person, very caring, kind, sometimes can be smothering, like a mother, you know. Mothers can be smothering, but they mean well. So this is the energy I'm getting so far. Let's keep going. We have Assertion here. This is Sun in Aries. We have Order, Moon in Virgo. See, I did get Moon energy here and then Virgo with the it says Servant. Oh, I thought it was Service. It's Servant. So definitely Saturn, but I was getting Virgo because here we have Virgo. Okay, Servant. You would make a good team. Let's say if you work in your job environment, your boss might be very happy with you. You're the sort of person who would make a good employee. You're a hard worker, dedicated. Also, some of you, if you cook, people compliment your cooking and your hosting abilities. When you host people over, you really go all out with your hospitality. Okay, here we have Sun in Scorpio. Endurance. We have Aries again. So even though we have this feminine energy coming through, we also have this little bit of this masculine kick also. You could be someone who's impulsive, or you're fun. You could have like a childlike quality where you're fun. You're not the sort of person who, let's say, you're feminine, mature, not mature. How do I describe this? When we talk about this energy of Empress, femininity, beautiful, nurturing person, we think of like a lady. But the energy I'm getting overall is like a fun, younger person, or like a more hip person. With Aries, I'm getting a person who's full of fire, passion, spark. Yeah, that's what I'm getting, spark. Okay, you have this little bit of heat also, like a spiciness to your character. So we have Assertion here. So you stand up for what you believe in. You're a person who's not like a pushover. Even though we have this passive energy of femininity, you're not a pushover. You're still very vocal and expressive, I feel. orderly. Like I said, you could be a stickler for rules. You might try to get people to eat healthier, quit bad habits, that sort of energy I'm getting. So people might compliment that. They might feel like, okay, this person pushes me to be the best version of myself. They feel a bit of this support in you. They feel like, okay, this person is really on my side. This person wants me to excel and do well in life. So people like that. You're also someone who could have, let's say, something about you is unexpected and also like a controversial sort of beliefs sometimes. Or you're someone, let's say you're really into politics, okay? So you have a different stand on things, something unexpected, okay? And sometimes you might also like people that are very like I said, controversial. I don't know what other word to use, but the people that you like, the people that you follow, your opinion on things is very unique and different, and it surprises people. It takes them by surprise, okay? Some of you could also be, maybe you have Scorpio placements. With Sun in Scorpio, it always makes me think of Scorpio season. So maybe you're born around November. We have womb here. We have man holding a heart. So I feel like a lot of your partners, the people that you date, compliment you a lot. This energy showing up in your pile. You could also be very romantic, I feel. Very romantic, very charming, very flirtatious, fun person. So you might come across as this ladylike, feminine person, maybe shy at first, but then you're like a bit that spiciness also that I'm getting here, where people are taken by surprise. Okay, so you're a person who keeps it interesting. You're very fun, very energetic. Okay, then we have embrace, number 21. So you're very warm, welcoming, open. I think you also open up people to new things because you have these strange ideas or like a unique perspective on things. People kind of open up to those ideas because of you. Okay, you're the party starter also, I'm getting. We have the womb, like I said earlier, and we have the gem. So definitely good looks here. Womb is the energy of being motherly that I was getting earlier. Womb is also connected to creation. You could also be good around kids. A lot of kids like you, possibly. You could be very creative, or you could have that childlike quality that I was getting earlier. Something about you that's very young and bright. Okay, but creative person, talented person. Maybe lots of hobbies also. With gem, this is talking about your good looks clearly. Chitra Nakshatra. This is giving me Bharni Nakshatra, because Bharni is also connected with discipline and it's connected to the womb. Womb is actually the symbol for Bharni. And the gem is the symbol for Chitra, which is about beauty. Someone who's very beautiful, someone you want to take pictures of. Okay. Naturally, people are drawn towards you. Let's see on this side, what are the insults people give you. So we have 3 of Pentacles. Then Emperor. Book. Prison. So I just want to talk about a few of these cards, then we'll pull more. So one thing I'm getting is, even though I was getting the boss message, boss might like you. Maybe some of you, it's not the case. With Emperor, this can be the boss also for you, who maybe insults you sometimes. Either your boss loves you or hates you. That's one message I'm getting. Another thing I'm getting, your co-workers might not like the fact that your boss is very lenient with you or gives you some sort of a preferential treatment. So maybe your co-workers have some issue with you. Some people might also feel like you don't take initiative when it comes to your work or your career. Maybe you spend a little bit too much time on, let's say, your relationships or your friends, the people in your life. You're more about relationships in your life than maybe your studies or your work. People also feel like you need to put more effort towards your work and studies. Again, people might say you are pretty privileged, so you just slack off. A lot of the times people might also insult you over the people that you date, your love life. They feel like you go for the wrong people who mistreat you, who wrong for you, and you're stuck in maybe a habit of repeating the same mistakes over and over again. So people might feel like you're not growing up, you're not mature, and you need to grow up. And also you need to let's say ask for other people's advice. Also need to take more initiative. People might also feel like you don't work hard enough. They want you to work harder, and they want you to be more proactive when it comes to your career. And certain areas in your life where people feel like you're slacking, you need to work harder. Okay, your looks can only take you so far. This is like a message that I'm getting. Whether it's true or not, that's up to you. Don't take it to heart. But if it is, you feel like okay, it makes sense, then take it. We have moon here. So some people might say you're overly sensitive, you're overly emotional, and you care too much about the certain people in your life. You maybe give your power away to certain people. Okay, they want you to be more stable and grounded. We have restlessness. This is Mercury in Aries. We have Mars in Libra, choice. So clearly a message here about the people that you date. I think a lot of people might talk bad about your partner or your relationship or the relationships you've had in past. Something about your love life where people might take some shots at you, or the kind of people that you tend to go for. Okay, even let's say if someone cheated on you, people might make fun of you somehow. I don't know why, but again, I hope this is not like too mean. Okay, don't be hard on yourself. Pile number 3, restlessness. You're someone who, like I said, you need a bit of stability in your life. I think you are easily affected by people and life circumstances. More people want you to be more mature and to kind of grow up a little bit and to find a grounding force in your life, whether it's your work, your studies, or the right sort of person for you. I think you tend to get scattered and you're a little moody. Earlier I was saying this message, your routines. So maybe you have a bad routine and people want you to fix your routine, because the days you work very hard, other days you fall off and you don't do anything. Okay, so you need to have some sense of self-discipline. I'm getting here. We have ocean again, so more feelings that I'm getting. This is Pisces energy. So sometimes you might sacrifice yourself for the wrong people. You defend the wrong people. You invest in the wrong people. That's one more message I'm getting. We have stone. So a lot of people feel like you're stubborn. They might feel like you're too stubborn, you don't learn. And you're also rigid, maybe. People feel like you're rigid. And some people might also feel like you don't show your emotions. Like with certain people you show all of your emotions, with other people you don't show anything. And there's because you're moody, certain days you're like a stone, other days you're very expressive. Okay, so there's a bit of this energy, wavering sort of energy, where people might find it hard to judge you. They might feel like, okay, this person has way too many mood swings, and I don't know how to deal with this person. I don't know how to read this person. These are some of the things people might say about you. We have the sun here. So as a insult, sun means maybe people feel like you need to work on your self-confidence. They might feel like you are a little too insecure, or again this energy of males coming through, where maybe you are too dependent on your partner or the other people in your life. Maybe your happiness comes from them, whereas it should come from within. And something about your confidence that I'm getting here. I'm also getting Anuradha Nakshatra. Some of you could have this habit where, let's say, a relationship doesn't work out, but you pine on that person for a long time. It's like you're stuck on that person, you cannot move on, even though the person was wrong for you. So that's a specific message I'm getting, not for every single person. Here we have trust in reverse. So this is the Fool card. So people feel like you trust in the wrong people, or there's some trust issues that I'm picking up. Either you could have trust issues with people, or you trust the wrong people, so people insult you over that. The fact that this person always invests in the wrong people. So people might be saying certain things about that, or the fact that you have trust issues. So people just feel a little bit of this uneasiness in dealing with you. Okay. Like a fool also, like a fool in love, I'm getting. Emotional fool, I'm getting. Okay. Your co-workers could be nice to you on your face, but insult you behind your back. Or the people that you study with, if you're a student. Some people, let's say if you have a group project, you work with other people, your colleagues, they feel like you slack and they have to kind of pull up your weight or something like that. I don't know if it's true or not. Again, take it if it resonates. But yeah, this is the message for you, pile number 3. I hope overall this video helped you and it resonated. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you like my videos, you want to support this channel, first please subscribe. Then you can obviously watch the videos on my ads. That helps me with the revenue. If you want to leave a tip, do it with PayPal or UPI. Don't do it with super thanks. And that's it. Yeah, if you want to book a reading with me, the links will be in the description. Also, you can join the membership. I'm going to be posting a video soon, hopefully tomorrow. So yeah, become a member if you want to. Otherwise, it's fine. Thank you for all the love and support, all the lovely comments. Really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading today. It was slightly different. Okay, so yeah, let me know your thoughts. Bye guys, have a good one.